welcome to another Coffee with the Community. We are here with Becky Barrett-Jones. I have known Becky for quite some time. She had Maddie, my daughter, as she was a singing teacher. Becky has the biggest heart, and she is so extremely talented. She is amazing. And when Maddie went to her, she was so little and she was so quiet. Do you remember how quiet she was?
I do.
And she really just wanted to do singing lessons, but she doesn't really want to sing for anyone else. She just wants to belt it out like for herself and, all of the things. And Maddie's voice now is so strong. When we're at home, she'll be singing up in her shower upstairs, and downstairs in the family room, Ryan will be like, she is so loud, Mom.
I love that.
So Becky took her from this little, quiet little person to this amazing giant voice, which she loves to belt out and sing really loud in the car. And now she's at college and she can't really do it in the dorm because I'm like, honey, you
Right?
can't do that in the dorm. And she's like, I know, Mom. So when I go and pick her up for college and bring her home, she sings at the top of her lungs all the way home in the car so that she can just get it out. So I love that.
That makes my heart very happy to know that she does that.
You just did so much for her. So the Music in Me studio, the Music in Me studio is Becky's company. So tell me, just tell us a little bit about your company.
Sure. So we are a voice studio, primarily voice studio, but we have piano and acting and dance, and we're getting ready to start offering guitar as another option. But we are a studio just where students can come and work on things that they are interested in. They can come for a short amount of time, for a long amount of time, like Maddie did. I love that Maddie's such a great example of someone who maybe they don't want to do this for their livelihood. That doesn't have to be the case. Maybe they just want to gain confidence and do something that they are passionate about, singing, in their shower or in their car, whatever it is. But it helps to, I think, bring them out of their shell a little bit more and give them some skills that they can use in so many industries that we often go into, where we have to engage with people.
I totally agree. I could not agree more. I remember the first day we came to you and you were like, let's do a theater song. And she's like, I don't want to do any theater songs. And
Yep, we
Becky,
didn't.
she can talk about what she actually does. She has this crazy life that she does all the things. And so she's like, what do you kind of probably what do you mean you don't want to? She's like, no, I want to just sing she wanted to sing popular songs, right?
Yeah.
But her confidence level went so far up. I really feel like that is great for her. And if she has to do any kind of public speaking, even though that's not singing, I think it's better. I think there was so much value to it, even though she didn't want to do theater and, that wasn't her vibe.
And I love that I'm sorry. I love that she got more confident even doing the things on stage, that even though that wasn't her path. And we have people who very much it is their path, and people who all in between. But even though it wasn't her path, that she did get confident and was able to share her voice on stage, which also I think led to her confidence level in the things that she does and will be doing in life.
Yeah, I think music is so important, whether it's piano lessons, whether it's singing, all of it. I think music is really important for your brain. So
It is.
yeah.
Becky, is your studio focused towards kids and getting started early, or are we offering for all the way through for adults that might want to go pick that up as a hobby as well?
We have all ages. One of my most favorite things is that I have a few parents that study with me now, that their student came through our studio, graduated, and they said, I want their spot now. So they took that spot, and maybe they're playing the piano, maybe they're singing, whatever it is, and they're just enjoying it.
Jody mentioned that she may be calling you.
I have.
I would love that.
She's like, so Maddie's like, you should do that. What, we may do that.
Okay.
Where your studio is located and some more about how you went, how you got started and how it's grown to this.
So I started my studio back in 2007. I was a choir teacher at Colonel White High School, which doesn't exist anymore. And I also music directed a lot at Town Hall Theater in Centerville. And I had multiple people asking me about teaching voice lessons. At the time, I didn't have space for that in my life. But when I don't know if you remember back all that long ago, but there was a levy that didn't pass in Dayton. And so a ton of teachers got cut, including my husband and myself. And it was one of the best things that happened to both of us because he got to travel and perform a lot and sort of live that dream. And I got to perform and open my studio. And it began with my first goal was to have 30 students. And I was very fortunate to have that within the first month. And then we grew to about 50 students. And that was really 50 to 60 was about the most I could manage by myself.
I'm just gonna say.
So thank you. And so I got to do that for a long time. And then back in 2023, well, really it goes back a little bit farther than that, that I started having a passion for, I would just love to teach some teachers now about the things that I've been doing and the having this much experience teaching has taught me a lot of things that I wanted to share with other people. And I had a pretty long waiting list. It was more students than I actually had were on my waiting list. And I knew that there was no way I could ever service all of them. So through some divine intervention, we found a space in Springboro. And while I still teach out of my home studio in Centerville. All of my teachers teach in our space in Springboro. It is right on Main Street, really close to the new development with Springboro Community Theater and right next to Muddy Goose, which I know is one of Maddie's favorite places to go. And yeah, it's too bad that I wasn't teaching there. I'm sure she would have loved that. But all of my teachers are there, and we are in kind of a converted home, and we have the whole front area. We have another space that's a little ways down the hall now, and we're hoping to expand into one more space in the building, maybe the end of this year. So yeah, that's how we started.
Watching it grow has been so amazing for me because I just think you're so talented, and I was so excited that you got to extend that. And I think some of your teachers are your former students, right?
They are. So that's exactly who I started with. I went through and I said, okay, if I'm expanding what I do, then it would make sense to have people that have trained under me to teach the lessons. And thankfully, there were a group of them that had gone to college and come back, and were doing things kind of connected to this in the area. And all of them had very full lives, but they all agreed to start and add this as another option. And I love that they were so incredibly supportive of us getting started. One of them was not one of my former teachers. She was actually, or one of my former students, she was actually a former teacher with me at Colonel White. She taught voice at Colonel White when I was the choir teacher. So the 5 of them are still with me. And now we've grown. I actually added 3 new teachers this past week. But we are at, gosh, I should have counted before I came on here. I think 13 now teachers.
Awesome.
And we made it over 200 students by the beginning of this year. So we have a big goal to hit 500 students by the end of this year.
Okay.
Well,
I'm telling you, send your kids there. Go there yourself. Like she's amazing, really.
What's the best way for people to connect with you if they have interest in exploring their options?
So one of the exciting things is that we have started working with a firm, well, a couple people. One is a company that helps music schools run music schools, and they've given us some guidance. And then I work with Danielle at Nanny Media, and she has taken over our social media aspect, and she's helped a lot along the way, but currently we are doing a lot more with that, and she's just putting some finishing touches on our newly designed website. So if they are trying to find us, they can see our newly designed website at the musicinmestudio.com. And then they can also contact us via email at themusicinmestudio@gmail.com. Those are great ways to find us.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
Thanks.
What do you think? What's your absolute favorite thing about your business?
So it's sort of changed over the years. When it used to be, and still is, this still is a favorite thing, watching students just succeed in whatever that looks like for them. I love the example of, I had a student from Springboro who wore hearing aids, and she just wanted to be in an ensemble of a show. And she went from really having trouble finding pitch because of her hearing to being able to match pitch beautifully and being confident, and just the glow on her face when she was on stage was amazing. And then we've had people that have done things like The Voice and American Idol. We have somebody that is releasing a song and having some things that I can't really talk about yet. Some exciting things, lots of fun things along the way. We have lots of students right now who are trying to audition for colleges and figure out what is next for them. But I think the cool new thing for me is that I've been working at the studio trying to get it, as we grow, trying to create more spaces and just continue to upgrade it. And I have an assistant that works there part-time now, so working with her a little bit. And as I'm there, I will hear our teachers teaching. And oh my goodness, I can't tell you how much it makes my heart so happy to hear them and then see them get excited about what their students are doing. So that really does feel like passing it on. And that's what I was hoping for with the studio.
I love that so much, Becky. I love your heart. I love your spirit. I love what you have done for my daughter and all the other kids. I mean, so amazing. So if you had to describe your business in 3 words, what would they be?
So we have actually on our logo, we have 4 words, and I mentioned one of them as success, but I wanted to mention the other 3 to keep it within that. And they are joy, love, and growth, because I want students to find joy in what they're doing. I think that's so important. I want students to feel loved when they come. And I also enjoy when our teachers love what they're doing. And then to find ways of growth just in their life, in their practice, in their habits, all of those things that they're creating just by coming to be a part of the studio. And whether, as I said before, whether that means that they are on Broadway or are performing on big stages, or whether they are doing the things that they are created for in life and doing them with more confidence, they're all important. They are all equally important. And that's our goal with our studio, is to share those things.
Well, I wouldn't have changed a second of having Maddie come to you. She definitely felt all of those things. And I just can't say enough good things about you and your business. So thank you so much for coming to talk to us today.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for asking me.
Yeah. Your passion for all of those words comes through in everything you've said. So I love that.
Yep. Check out the Music in Me studio. Thanks,
right.
Becky.
Before we go, can I say one thing really quickly?
Yes, of course.
That Maddie really impacted my life too. And so have you.
Thank you.
Made such a huge difference for me. When we started the studio, I went through a time with my mom, who eventually passed away, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without you guys. So thank you for what you do too. It's so important.
So welcome. We were so happy to help you with your mom's house. Like we were so happy to be able to help you and Lisa. So,
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. We love you.
Becky.
Love you. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. All right. Bye.
Bye.